Hello and welcome to the YouTube channel of IQ Civils IAS Academy. IQ Civils IAS Academy has been reviewed as the number one civil services institute in Northeast region in terms of high quality teaching. I am Vikram Singh and I am the mentor at IQ Civils IAS Academy. Today in this video, we will study about the modern art, the complete modern art. And we will see also the inscription of Ashoka. Because in modern art, we will see the pillars architecture of Ashoka. So with it, we will also do all the inscription of Ashoka. So here we begin. First of all, let's have a look on the IQ Civils IAS Academy. There are the various government projects taken by IQ Civil IAS Academy, including the prestigious Assam Administrative Staff College project. These are some Google reviews, which is five star, and overall rating is 4.9, which is very good for IQ Civils IS Academy. Moreover, it is the elite panel of the faculty, eminent faculty from all over India, and also the various mentor, which is senior bureaucrat, IS and PCS, and TEDx speakers too. So you can visit the IQ Civil Science Academy or contact these people from their respective number for any query regarding the coaching or the course materials, syllabus, etc. So let's begin. So we are talking about the Mauryan art. First of all, modern art includes many things like palace, like pillars of Ashoka, but pillar we will do inscription. Okay. So inscription of Ashoka we divide in two parts. First is rock inscription. Second is pillar inscription. Okay. With it, we have another annexure that is cave inscription, but we will take cave as point of art and culture. Okay. Rock inscription again divided into two parts. First is major rock inscription. Second is minor rock inscriptions. Like that, we have two type of pillar inscription. First is major pillar inscription, and second is minor pillar inscription. Then stupas. Stupas, we will have only the overview because stupa, there was much work done in the postmodern period. So we will do stupa as a continuous, uh, we can say in the continuity from post modern art to postmodern. Okay, we will do both in stupa section. Okay, and in postmodern art and culture video. Last and very important, the folk art. Okay, lachi art, in which we have yaksha and yakshini tradition. It is also very important. So before moving forward, we see that we found the much about the modern art. So why so? Because since inception, Magadha was prominent in the Mahajanpat age, having very great king from Bimbisara to Ashoka. Various dynasties, okay, like Haryak dynasty, Shishunak dynasty, Nanda dynasty, and our modern dynasty. So very vast empire. Later in the during the Chandragupta Maurya reign, Mauryan have a very huge empire, huge taxation base. So which reflected also in the field of art and culture. Okay, so we start like in this picture, these are the ruins of the pillared hall of Chandragupta Maurya. Okay, so it was basically 80 pillared hall found at Kumharar, which is near Patna. It belongs to Chandragupta Maurya and this pillar of wood. So it is also called the wooden pillar hall and it is a remnant of the palace. So this palace was so pompous, so great, so vast that various historians said various things about. First of all, this palace was inspired from the Achaemenid palace of or palaces of Persepolis, that is in Iraq. Arian, a historian, Arian said that even the palaces of Susa and Ekbatana can't be equal with the palace of Chandragupta Maurya. Moreover, we see that Fayan also visited this right here, also visited this and said that it was made not by humans, it was made by demons. Means it is so huge that human can't make it. So Fayan said that it was made by demons. So it was the greatness or the pompousness of this palace of Chandragupta Maurya. We further move and we see the inscription of Ashoka. So as we have divided, these are the major raw inscriptions of Ashoka. One interesting thing to note that Ashoka addressed the royal policy about his Dhamma through these inscriptions. Okay. And to address subject through the inscription, through the edicts, he was also inspired from the Achaemenid king Darius I. So these are some sites like we see Mansahira, Shahbaz Kandhar, Kalsi, Girnar, Sopara, Sannati, Giragadi, Dholi, and Jogad. Dholi and Jogad have some different because 11 to 13, there are 14 major edicts Edicts means royal. Okay. And inscription means epigraph. Okay. So 11 to 13 are missing in Dholi and Jogger because these sites are in Kaling and the 13th edict talk about the war of Kaling. Okay. So first we see the script of Ashokan inscriptions. Script of Ashokan inscription. Major of the inscription of Ashoka है Brahmi script. Okay. With Prakrit language. The script is Brahmi. But we found some other scripts like Kharoshti script, which we found in Shahabazgadi and in Mansehra. Okay, Shahbazgadi and Mansehra. Okay. Then we found another script that is Aramaic script. Okay. It we found in Lagaman and Takshir. Moreover, we found another script that is bilingual, having Greek and Aramaic both. It we found it here I write Share Kuna inscription. So there are some inscriptions which we found the different kind of scripts. So what we talk about the script, okay. But one thing before this, these are the list, okay. But before moving forward, let's have some story, okay. So basically, it was the British officer James Prinsep who deciphered the inscription of Ashoka. Okay. But what we found, or what James Prinsep found, that he found the name or the title is Devanam here, means beloved of the God. And Piyadasi means having pleasure. Okay. So these were in Sihili text, means in Sri Lankan text. Sri Lankan we also called Sihili. In Sihili text, these two title was adopted by Sri Lankan kings. But there was the another man behind the success of finding the name Ashoka. The name was George Chernon. He was the member of Ceylon Civil Services who told James Princip that in premier Sicilian texts, Sicilian Buddhist texts, it is said that these two titles was initially adopted by Ashoka. So thus we came to know that these Devanam Piyadasi title is of Ashoka. So let's have look of the 14 major edicts. First we see there are 14 edicts, so we will do one by. At first we saw the prohibition on animal sacrifice. Okay. So here the Ashoka clearly says that no living being must be killed and sacrificed. And he also called, okay, that no festival meeting must must be held. Okay, because there are much evil in the festival meetings. If the assembly is meritorious, it could be done. But king didn't allow the various assembly having the various sacrifices. So thus he prohibit the animal sacrifices. Okay. Moreover, also says that before this there were hundred of animal were used to kill daily in the kitchen of the king. King means Ashok. But from now only three animal will be killed. Two cock and one deer. And later these three will not be killed. So it is the first inscription of Ashoka. In this seven inscription, Ashoka talk about the border kings or the border dynasties or the bordering states, which is Chola, Pandya, Keral Putra, okay, which is Cheras, Tamarpani, which is Sri Lanka, and Satya Putra, which has been not identified so far. Okay, but one interesting thing we note that we also found name of a Greek king, and the name is Antiochus. Okay, and in Ashoka inscription, it is Antiochus, where we found the medical treatment of Antiochus. Okay, and he also established medical facilities for man, human, and also for animals. Okay, so these are the something which we found in second. Another important thing that we found the digging of walls Okay, for water arrangement, not only for human but animal too. Along with tree planted along with the roads. Okay, it shows that it was for the welfare of the state. So now come to the third inscription, that is on the 12th coronation year. Ashoka ordered Yukta, Rajuka, and Pradeshtas. These all were the officers of Ashoka to go for a complete tour. Complete tour, or what is this complete tour? This tour is Dham tour for the propagation of Dhamma. After every 5 years. Okay. So he ordered it for the propagation of the Dhamma or to invoke the morality. He also said that meritorious is obedience for mother and father, liberty to friends, okay, and respect to Brahmana and Shramanas. So what we found here, we found the religious tolerance. In personal life, Ashok was Buddha, but he showed the tolerance toward the other sects like Brahmanas. He talked about the morality, okay, liberty towards friends, okay, obedience towards mother and father. Okay, so we see all this in the third edict of third major of edict of Ashok. Moreover, in fourth major rock edict, Ashoka talk about the Dhamma Ghosha, means propagation of Dhamma. Instead of sound of drum, sound of drum which initiate any war. Okay, so Ashoka says that he is replacing Bheri Ghosha with Dhamma Ghosha. Moreover, Ashoka talked about the rule of morality or the propagation of moral, not only by him, but by his son, his grandson, great grandson, and all, until the destruction of the earth. So this is the fourth rock edict, major rock. Then come to five. In fifth major rock edict, Ashoka talked about establishment and the role of Dhamma Mahamat. It is Pali or Dhamma Mahamatras. Okay. He says that he has appointed on the 13th coronation year a special officer called Dhamma Mahamat for the propagation and for the ensuring the Dhamma among his subject. Okay. Or not only in his estate, but also the small tribal states like Guyana, like Cambodia, and like Gandhar. Okay. So important because it provides the formation of a new designation that is Dhamma Mahabharata. Like in sixth inscription, Ashoka desired to know about the people's condition. Okay, anytime. So it says, it ordered to his officials कि wherever he is, whether he is even in the palace with his queens, he should be informed each and everything about the condition of the subjects. So it is such a welfare state. Okay. So every time. Then in seventh rock inscription, major rock inscription, Ashoka talked about the tolerance toward various sects. Okay. And he talked about desiring self-control and purity of mind among his subject. So tolerance towards various sects. Okay. Then in the eighth major rock inscription, there is a description of his first visit to Bodh Gaya. Bodh Gaya, where Buddha attained nirvana or salvation. Okay. And also provide, says the importance of Dhamma Yatras. Okay. And on the 10th year. 10th year of his coronation. When we are talking about years, it means the years ahead of coronation. So, okay. In 10 years, he visited some Bodhi tree. Okay. And he said that he will do now Dhammayat. Okay. Means tours of morality. In ninth inscription, he again condemned various ceremonies. Which type of ceremonies? Which are not meritorious. Okay. Means useless ceremonies. That come to the 10th one. Here it is important because it disapproved the desire for fame. Okay. Because it contains selfishness. Okay. So he desired fame and glory and says that one should not ask for fame. One should not do the works for fame, but for the dhamma. He insists about the following of dhamma. बिकॉज अगर फेम के पीछे भागेंगे तो सेल्फिशनेस आएगी तो इविल्स की तरफ, गलत कामों की तरफ जाएंगे. तो अशोका डिनाइड इट ऑल. देन कम टू द नेक्स्ट वन, दैट इज 11. In this, he again emphasized on dharma and said it is the best policy to follow. And he also says that everyone should respect Shramana's and Brahmanas. Okay, and also respect to elders. So it is kind of morality. Okay, even वो बढ़ जाता है कि नेबर तक, अपने जो नेबर्स हैं उनको भी जो है हमको रिस्पेक्ट करना चाहिए. और वो यहां तक कहता है कि अगर आप ये सब करेंगे तो आपको दूसरे वर्ल्ड में भी अच्छा मिले. इन दी 11 मेजर ऑफ इट. नाउ कम टू 12th मेजर ऑफ. इसमें वो बात करता है अगेन टॉलरेंस की और साथ में वुमेन वेलफेयर. वुमेन वेलफेयर. और वो कहता है कि अगर अलग, साथ में दूसरे सेक्स. और यहां पर वो एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात कहता है कि इफ यू आर रिस्पेक्टिंग योर सेक्स, other sex, then you are also respecting your sex. And if you are doing any wrong to other sex, then you are harming your own sex. तो इस तरह की बातें वो करता है. और साथ में वो अगेन महामात्रा की बात करता है. ठीक है, द महामात्रा इज कंट्रोल और फॉर द वेलफेयर ऑफ वुमेन. Okay. It is Ithajika Mahamatra. So Ashok goes further in the propagation, not only the propagation of Dhamma, but in propagation of Dhamma, he talk about the welfare of each and everyone. ठीक है, तो ये हमने देखा कि वो जो है बहुत आगे बढ़ जाता है एज बीइंग अ वेलफेयर स्टेट. Now come to the 13th one. Very important. Why important? Because she talked about the Kalinga War. That's why 11, 12, 13 is missing in Dhaulia and Jogar, which are situated in the ancient Kalinga region. Okay. He talked about Kalinga War. Okay. Then he talked about the various kings, various foreign kings. Okay. There are some kings we will write here. Okay. First is, as I told you, anti-yoga. That is Antiochus II of Seleucid Empire. Then he talked about Ptolemy, which has been resembled as Ptolemy II. of Egypt. Then he talked about Antakin, which has been resembled as Antigonus of Macedonia. Then he talked about Makkah. These are the name and these are the resembling. That is Magas or Serene. And the last one is Alyeka Shudala or Alik Sundar also said, which is Alexander. But this Alexander of appearance, this is not that Alexander who have invaded India. Okay. And he also mentioned some southern, southern waters. Okay. So you see that how much it is important. The 13. In 14, he just say about the various edicts in the various place. Okay. It just says that for my dominion is wide and as much been written, I shall constantly cause still to be written. Okay. So it is nothing but the details of the edict and says to follow the path of Dhamma. Okay. So these are the 14 edicts which we have done. And as we have seen, the Sannati. Sannati is very important. The question had been asked in the UPSC because we found the portrait of Ashoka here, and you are seeing it in the slide. Ashoka with his queens, two queens. Okay. So it has been found at Sannyasi, and we found here the name of Ashoka. That is Ranyo Ashok. Okay, which means the king Ashok. So a Sannati is very important, not only for inscription, but for the portrait of Ashok. Moreover, it is the site is not in Sannati, but in the outskirt of Sannati, which the name is Kanganhalli. So either you come into Sannati, but the main site is Kanganhalli. Kanganhalli, we found the portrait of Ashoka and his queen. Next is Dholi. We found the beautiful carving of elephant at Dholi. Okay. Moreover, this elephant is 4 feet high. Okay. And it is east facing. Here we found on the north side, we found the inscription or edict of Ashok. So here we see these are the Ashokan minor pillar inscription. Or edict. Okay. Like we see the royal proclamation in the major rock edict, but we found the personal belief of Ashoka Okay, there are some sites like Berat, Gurjara, Rupnath, Maski, okay, Nittur, Udaikolam. So, first important thing is in Maski, Gurjara, Nittur, and Udaipur, we found the name of Ashoka. Otherwise, he called himself as Devanam Priya or Devanam Priya in Pali and Priyadasi, okay, or Priyadarshi in Sanskrit. Devanam Priya means beloved of the God and Priyadasi means pleasing appearance. Okay, like moreover in Sasara, this is Sasara, Ashok called himself as Buddhist Upasak. Okay, he called himself as Upasak. Next, in Virat, he called himself as he show allegiance toward Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. And these three are called three jewels of Buddhism. So it is in minor rock it is basically the personal belief of the Ashok. Moreover, we see the major pillar inscription. So these are pillar inscription. Topra Kala, Meerut, both have been transferred to Delhi by Firoz Tughlaq, Ruminde, Sankasa, Allahabad, Sarnath, Sachi, Vaishali, etc. etc. So these are the major pillar edict, which is seven edicts, and we see that it is just the short of the 14 edict of 14 major rock edict of Ashok. But moreover, what is important here is the art, the architecture of pillar. So it is we see Ashokan pillars. It is the complete structure of the pillar. Okay, we will do one by one. The modern pillars are rock cut pillars that displaying the carver's skill. Okay. Then stone pillars were erected all over the modern empire with inscriptions graved on them. Moreover, we see that the top portion of pillar was cut with capital figure wherever capital figure like bull, lion, elephant, all the capital figure are vigorous and curved standing on a square. It is just a brief knowledge about the Ashokan pillar. We will see more things in detail about the Ashokan pillar in this video, and because it is very perfect. First of all, the Ashokan pillar was again inspired by Achaemenid Empire or Darius first. He was the Achaemenid. Okay, we talk much thing about that. Come to the structure of the pillar. As we see that this pillar have two parts. First is this shaft, okay, which is above the ground and even the below the ground. The below the ground is called prop, and above the ground it is called shaft. Okay. Moreover, we are in the upper part of this, we see this portion in we found the inverted lotus or the Delphi because it is looking like a bell. Moreover, we see abacus. This portion is called right here abacus. In Vaishali, this abacus is square, but in other pillars, this abacus is round. So, and the uppermost part is the animal capital figure. Okay, this and these are different at various pillars. Moreover, one thing you have noticed in this that we found the different colors. Okay, look, basically these are monolith structures. So here this question is monolith. Okay, having a complete shaft. Now we will talk about something in details like we already know the different part of the pillars. Okay. Now we come to the different details. Like we talk about capital figure. Okay. Basically animal capital and we as we have seen, we found the lion capital at Vaishali. We found the elephant capital at Sankasa. We found, you all know, the four lions at Sarna. And we found the bull capital at Rampur. Important. Okay. Which has been shifted to Rashtrapati Bhavan in Delhi. Then we talk about the abacus. So it is square in Vaishali, in other it is rounded or secular. But we found the very decorated abacus too. Like in Vaishali, look, this abacus is plain. Okay. But come to the other abacus like in Sankasa. In Sankasa, we found the honeysuckle. It is a kind of vegetation. Okay. With styles palmate. Okay. And rosette. So these were the design of Sankasa. And what is this? It is a Greek feature. This type of honeysuckle drawing is a Greek feature. Next, in Rampurva, we found the lotus farming. So here you see the different designing of the pillars of Ashok. Now come to, I have told you that there is the motivation taken by Ashoka from a cabinet king Darius first. But there is difference between a cabinet pillar, the cabinet pillars, and Ashokan pillar. What is the difference? We will see here. Look, a cabinet pillar है, अभी यहाँ पे लिख देता हूँ. AP cabinet pillar and Ashokan. कि वो भी AP बनता है. ठीक है, cabinet pillar basically Darius first. So जो Darius pillars है ना, that are not monolith. Okay, because these are made up of fragmented piece of rocks. But as we know, Ashokan pillars are monolith. Moreover, there are grooves on Darius pillars, but Ashokan pillars are plain and polished. Okay. Then this inverted lotus we are talked about on the base for the strength of the pillar. But we found it below abacus and for the decorative purpose. And in Darius pillar, animal capital is absent. Here we found various animal capital figures. And the Darius pillars is part of the structure, but Ashokan pillars are independently independently erected. So these are the difference between Ashokan pillar and Darius pillar or a cabinet. Hope you are liking the video. If liking, please like this video. Okay. Now come to our national emblem, that is the Sarnath pillar. Okay. You all know about Sarnath pillar, huh? Satyamav Jayate, which has been taken from Mundakopanishad. So let's have a look about the Ashokan pillar, Sarnath pillar, the beautiful capital structure. Inverted lotus, you all see, but this abacus, very decorated abacus. The modern pillar capital found was Sarnath, popular as the land capital of land capital, and it is a national emblem. We have a circular abacus there, having the horse, bull, lion, and elephant. Both, all four is associated with the life of the Buddha. This pillar symbolize Dharam Chakra Pravatana. This is okay, having 24 spokes. 24 spokes. Okay, which provide the essence of Buddhist philosophy, Paticca Samutpada or Pratitya Samutpada. We will do it in our Buddhism video later. Okay. Then talk about this Sarnath pillar now. So as we are saying, these animals, look at these are like moving sticks. And this galloping horse present, okay, it is on west side. Present Kanthak, which was the horse of Buddha. This elephant represent Mahamara's dream. Okay, we found this in the Jatak tales too. और उसमें ये है कि एक white elephant आके महामाया, who was the mother of Buddha, महामाया की वो में पूछा, ठीक है। तो ये जो है इसको रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है ये एलिफेंट। देन देयर इज अ बुल विच इज ऑन द ईस्ट साइड, जो हमें दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है। बुल वाज द जोडाइक साइन, साइन ऑफ बुद्ध, which is Taurus. Last thing, lion. Lion in the back side, okay. Or in the north side, it is lion. This lion, north. So horse, west side, bull, east side, elephant, south side, and lion, north side. This lion is presenting the enlightenment of Buddha. That is a turning wheel, dharma chakra, provide the eternity. Wheel is, what is wheel? Wheel हमेशा घूमता है ना, so it provide the eternity. Okay. Then these lions very masculine in nature. It provide, these are the four lions on the four directions, provide the propagation of Dhamma in all directions. So it is the Ashokan pillar we see. Moreover, before moving to the cave architecture, we take a look of the minor pillar inscription. Minor pillar inscription, there are various minor pillars. Okay, we see in Sarnath, in Sanchi, and in mainly in Allahabad. We found the space specific schism by Ashok. What is schism? जब कोई रिलीजियस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन दो हिस्सों में टूटता है या कई हिस्सों में टूटता है, उसको schism क्या है? ब्रेक। ठीक है, मेनली इलाहाबाद को माना जाता है, लेकिन बाकी दो में भी शीम इजिक्ट है। उसमें अशोका कहते हैं कि अगर कोई मॉन्ग शीज्म करता है, तोड़ता है, ब्रेक करना चाहता है कम्युन यानी संघ को, बुद्धिस्ट संघ को, तो उसको व्हाइट ड्रेस बना के और संघ से बाहर निकाल। दिस इलाहाबाद inscription is also called Queen's Edict, minor Queen's Edict, because we found the name of only queen on the inscription. Ashoka had many queens, but the only this queen, Karuvaki, who was the mother of Tiva, we found on the Ashoka's Queen's Edict or Allahabad Minor Rock. Then there is Rumin Dey inscription, okay, which says that Lumbini is the birthplace of Buddha. Okay. And Ashoka visited this. Then in Nigli Saga, minor pillar edict says that Ashoka enlarged or renovated a stupa of Kanakpur. Okay, so these are the minor rock edict Then move to the our another topic, which is the cave architecture of Ashok or Moran. So we found different caves and Lomas Rishi cave, along with other three caves, we found at Barabar Hill, at said at Gaya, but the site is basically in Jahanabad district. Okay. I don't know whether I'm correct, but it is in. I was passing through the Jahanabad and someone told me that there is the Buddhist caves. Okay. But it is written at Gaya district. These were donated to Ajivikas by Ashok. We know the Bindusar, who was the father of Ashoka. His guru Khallatik was Ajivak. And these are four caves. First is Lomas Rishi cave, and the beautiful thing you see, it is horseshoe shaped entrance, which is the feature of viharas, Buddhist viharas and chaityas. So we found fourth cave. First is Lomas Rishi cave. Second is Sudama cave. Third is Vishwa Jhopadi cave. And fourth is Karan Chopper. Likewise, we see these four caves. But after this, the grandson of Ashoka, Dasharath, also donated three caves to Ajivikas. And the name is that is in Nagarjuni Hill near the Barabar Hills. Okay, these are in Barabar Hills. Those are in Nagarjuni Hill. The name is first Gopika cave, second Vakia cave, and third is Dithika. Where these are? These are at Nagarjuna. All three are Nagarjuna. Okay, so these are one important thing to note that this Dasharatha also adopted the title of Devanam like Ashok. And at last, because we will do stupa in a different section in Buddhist art. Stupa we will do in Buddhist art with the modern and the post-modern. So come to the lighting or the folk art, that is Yakshini. Look, Yakshini is very popular sects among the folks even before the prominent sects came into existence. It is before the Buddhist and Jainism. So we found an image of Yakshini, which belongs to the modern period, the life from Didarganj. The life-size standing image of Yakshini holding a chori, that is fly whisk, in Dedarganj near Patna, and another good example of a sculpture tradition of modern period, kept at Patna Museum. It is tall, well-proportioned, freestanding sculpture, round made in sandstone with a polished surface. Look, NBPW, when we talk about northern black polish ware, comes to the 6th century and continued to show polish is also a specialty of this period. The chori is held at the right hand when the left hand is broken. The image somehow shows sophistication in the treatment of form and medium. Very good form and medium. The sculpture's sensitivity toward the round muscular body is clearly visible. The face is round, flashy cheeks with a neck is relatively small. The profession of eyes, nose, lips are sharp. Foot of muscles are properly rendered. The necklace beads are found wrong, hanging to the belly. Look at this. है The necklace is hanging to the belly. The tightening of the garment around the belly creates the effect of bulging belly. The lower garment has been rendered with great care. Every fold of the garment on the legs is shown by protruding lines, ubrial lines, clinging to the legs, which also creates somehow transparent effect. Look how preciously it has been designed. The middle band of the garments fall till the feet. Thick bell ornament adorn the feet. The image stand firmly on its legs. Heaviness in the torso is depicted by heavy breast. The back is equally impressive. The hair is tied in the knot at the back, and the back is bare. Drapery and the backs cover both legs. Okay. The flywaist in the right hand is shown with the incised lines with the back of the hand. Also lines. So it is the complete modern art. We will do later the other aspects of other periods like the postmodern period, okay, the medieval period, even the modern period. So if you like the video, so please like, share, and subscribe this channel. And for the viewing this PDF of these slides, you can visit the official Telegram channel. This is of IQ Series IS Academy. A great coach transforms life. Thanks for watching.